Today's question is: what factors affect a teenager's mental health? People are born unique, and our brains are wired in different ways. This means we all respond to life's challenges differently. Since adolescence is a time of big changes, physically, emotionally, and socially, strong mental health is crucial to help teens handle these transitions. In this lesson, we will explore the key factors that shape and influence the mental well-being of teenagers. Factors that affect the promotion of good mental health. The World Health Organization defines mental health as the state of well-being in which every person knows his or her potential and can be productive to the community amid the normal stresses of life. Being mentally healthy is extremely important, as this affects the person's way of thinking, feeling, and behavior. Are you mentally healthy? What exactly can you do to achieve good mental health? What are the factors that affect the promotion of good mental health? Achieving good mental health is mainly affected by three kinds of factors, namely biological, psychological, and environmental. First, let's discuss the biological factors. Number 1, genetic makeup. If a certain mental condition runs in the family, that mental condition will not automatically be passed on to the next generation. However, the likelihood of transmission may still be high. Experts say that it takes abnormality in different genes, rather than a single one, and a trigger factor such as trauma, head injury, or abuse before the symptoms of mental illness take place. Number 2, injury. Injuries, particularly head injuries, can possibly bring about mental illness because they may cause changes and alterations in some parts of the brain that control certain functions in the body. Some brain or head injuries can actually cause changes in a person's personality. Number 3, infections. There are some infections in the brain that can be related to the development of mental illness. One example is toxoplasmosis, a disease that is associated with the development of some emotional instabilities and mental health conditions. Abnormal behaviors of people with toxoplasmosis include bipolar disorders and schizophrenia. Toxoplasmosis is caused by a parasite called Toxoplasma gondii that lives in the cat's intestines and can be transferred to humans. Next, prenatal problems. A mother's substance abuse, trauma, or lack of oxygen during birth can cause disruptions in the baby's brain development and may result in the development of mental illness such as autism. Other biological factors. Poor nutrition and exposure to some harmful substances can cause mental health illness. Aside from that, physical illness such as terminal illness can also make the person develop certain mental health disorders. Now, let's discuss the psychological factors. First, psychological trauma or abuse. Severe psychological trauma, such as physical, emotional, verbal, and sexual abuse, can lead to mental illness or disorder. A child who has suffered from any type of abuse may develop mental disorder in adulthood. Number 2, loss of a loved one or separation from a family member. The death of a very close family member, such as a parent or a sibling, and the separation of parents can have a negative impact among the youth. These experiences can be extremely painful to them. Finding ways to cope and adjust to these life changes can be hard. These situations can be associated with the development of some mental health disorders such as depression. And now let's discuss the last factor, environmental factors. Number 1, lack of parental love. Lack of love and neglect from parents may cause a child to have low self-esteem and feelings of insecurity. Because of this, the child may develop an inferiority complex as he gets older, resulting in a feeling of lack of self-worth and a negative self-image. This can be detrimental to the adolescent's mental health and may later result in serious mental health disorders. Number 2, job pressure and poverty. Unemployment can put extreme mental pressure on the person. It may cause him or her to develop mental health disorders such as anxiety and depression. In addition to that, people who live in poverty may also experience the same condition. Number 3, highly stressful environment and pressure. A person who lives, works, or goes to a highly stressful environment may develop mental disorders. Difficult jobs, unrealistic expectations, and big responsibilities are only some of the stressors that put pressure on the person. Some adolescents who cannot cope with the academic demands and stresses develop conditions related to mental stress. Next, social norms. There are cases wherein society's norms cause some adolescents to develop mental health disorders. For example, in a society where being thin is associated with beauty, adolescents may feel isolated and bullied if their appearance does not conform to this norm. As a result, some teenagers develop eating disorders. Lastly, substance abuse. An environment where substance abuse is common may have a great impact on the mental health of a person. Likewise, abuse of these substances such as alcohol or drugs can cause a person to be mentally impaired. Learning about the factors that affect the promotion of good mental health is important. This helps the person be aware of the risks that can endanger his or her mental health condition. By avoiding these risk factors, the person can ensure that his or her mental health will always be in good condition.